What's good, y'all? What's poppin'? What's really good? It's Corrosive, and we're back at it with some more Adventure
Materials
Time
such as this
here
can
in
be
Dragon's
combined to
Dogma.
craft things.
And if you guys don't
I'm sure
remember
we'll
where we
find
left
purpose
off,
in
we
due
left
time.
off in front of a dragon. We actually made it back to the town, but we died, so we have to start over from right where the dragon
If I
was.
might be
So
bold as to speak my
yeah, here you
mind,
go. Wish
is your
me
pack
luck,
not
man. I'm
overburdened?
not trying to aggro the dragon.
Carrying
Again, I
so
just
much.
trying to kill the
I
mobs,
worry for
get
your poor
that
spine.
EXP, and get the hell
Pay
out.
me
You
no
know.
mind.
My
Just one of the
vocation
servants'
is
many
not strong enough
privileges
to
to
kill
be
the
trusted with
dragon.
such
I
honor.
understand that, so I do not want any problems. Just this recording, I would say my big goal was just trying to find more quests again. Like, I have had no real quests all the way here. I'm like literally finding all the like hidden spots in the area, and I'm just not finding any quests, man. So I'm thinking like maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I skipped something integral. So my plan is to go back. I've gone all the way forward, as far forward as I can go. So now it's time to retrace my steps and see if I missed something. I plan on going back to Vermune, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, to talk to the knight that is trying to help me usurp the queen, and see if I missed anything in that area, in that section, right? But before I do that, I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything in these areas. Honestly, I'm kind of mad that I aggroed so many of these monsters, and then throughout this entire recording, I could not get my character to aim the correct direction. So it's pretty frustrating. It happens numerous times, but I still managed to persevere and get the W regardless. Even though it takes health, you know, I'm not afraid to let that baby sing, you know what I'm saying? I kind of have to, especially with all these mobs around, and my goal is still the same, you know what I mean? I'm still trying to get back to the town and see if the town can help me kill this dragon. I'm really trying to play my healing items close to the vest as well, because as you guys can see, my health is pretty low. If I am going to use the Wake Stone, I kind of have to, but I'm going to wait to use it until I get a little bit closer, until I can get those reinforcements.
This brute has quite the temper.
Again, the goal is just to weaken the mobs. Again, I don't want too many mobs following me when I make it back to town. But now I'm on like death's door essentially. Just gotta try and stay alive the best I can as I'm backing up, you know. The range of that spell is ridiculous too. I swear when the dragon's casting, it's like global. Damn near feels like you could hit you from the other side of the map if you try. But yeah, you know what? Starting off the adventure with a dragon hunt though, I cannot hate. Like, dragons give so much quality material. It's just now I kind of just want to upgrade my gear to where I can properly use all the high level equipment I have, or a high level material that I have. But again, getting money in this game at this point is extremely hard because did he just smack me with his tail? What the fuck? And it killed me too, bro. I'm on 1 HP, man. Like, 1 HP, bro. I gotta know, have you guys been in a similar situation like this, or do you just acquiesce and accept defeat? I don't know what it is about me, but I just, you know what I'm saying? I try to do all these recordings without dying, so whatever it takes to survive, you know. As soon as I die, you know, the adventure is over. So I'm really trying to stay alive as long as possible, so I can enjoy my adventure even longer, you know. But yeah, I baited them successfully into the town, so now it's time to run my strat. All the archers were at the gate too, so it's kind of like good RNG there. Yeah, just looking through my inventory, trying to see if because I didn't know I had an extra ring. I normally put all my equipment that I want to keep in my chest, so seeing extra stuff is kind of confusing to me, like extra equipment. Now that I got all the mobs cleared too, it's just time for the big guy. I hate that spell, man. If it's not for the damage, it's the pure fact that it stuns too. Once you get up, it's just like it leaves you more susceptible to get chain hit afterwards, and it's just like I got chain hit into another chain hit. It doesn't feel good. I'm trying to find like better gear to where it resists certain like ailments, like that one in particular. If I can just never get stunned ever again, I would feel great. Never get stunned again and never sleep or never get burned. That's basically like the Dragon Hunter's goals for sure. I'm trying to get lock on now. And I leveled up my vocation too, so if I can survive this battle, I get a power level up too, and it's gonna feel good. I kind of hate how it feels like he just kind of predicted my movements there and just put lightning where I was running. Kind of sucks, but you know what? We're hunting a dragon here, probably like the strongest creature in this game that I've encountered. And the reason why I feel like Magic Archer is just like so good for fighting the dragon is like you can like straight up lock on to his heart, and I feel like that's just, it takes so much of the difficulty of the dragon battle out of the way. One of my pawns died, so my strat kind of is dependent on my pawns doing their job. So at some point, I'm just gonna be running that medic, but I forget that I have the healing arrow that would save me from having to run over there and rescue my minions. And I feel like the only reason why I forgot that it's there really is because I just haven't used the arrow yet for its intended purpose. You know, I'm so used to having to hold B to revive. I just, you know what I mean? It's just hard not to think about it. Ouch. I got blown away.
See to it this does not happen again.
Honestly, this battle, I already know it's gonna be a war of attrition. It's because my vocation's low. So, you know, I'm just trying to, again, play everything close to the vest. I'm waiting for a good moment to heal, or like to use the Wake Stone to get all my HP back, and then like dominate, you know?
You'll not live to regret this.
If only you could kind of like pick what you lock onto as the Magic Archer, but in moments like these, I feel like you can't really, there's no time to really complain about how shitty the shot is. You just gotta shoot. Again, gigantic lizard setting everything on fire. Really can't waste time. This is what confused me, because I was 100% sure. Look, I got her up, I ran, because I gotta get back to fighting the dragon, and then all of a sudden she's dead again, and I'm like, what? Then I realized I can't go this way, so now I gotta go all the way around.
Is everyone alright? The sake of our fallen allies, we must fight on.
Alright, finally got my mage up. It's time to run the game again. See if we can't get this dragon.
And strike as if
on its way, and he got staggered too, so it's a good opportunity to reset. One of my characters, one of my pawns died again, bro. This is how I know that the battle is tough, because like I barely die myself, but when my pawns start dying, that's how I know like I'm probably pushing the limit. But it's whatever. I like battles like this, because even though I'm level 50, it doesn't mean that battles aren't a challenge, right? That roar was very vicious, right? I thought it took all my stamina away. I was surprised I still had stamina. Normally when the dragon roars, it does that, so. Look, and she brought the other one to me too, so now that both my pawns are up, it's time to run the mix. As I'm battling the dragon, I'm thinking to myself, I need stronger arrows. Like, don't get me wrong, these, like, one of my skills is pretty decent. The second one's kind of like a kamikaze, and then the other two are just kind of like mildly useless. They don't see any real play. But again, I'm just not used to using the healing arrow. Every time I see my pawns are down, I just immediately think, okay, I gotta go run only for 30 minutes. But now that everyone's up, you know, gotta go back to doing damage. Very interesting angle. But hey, the vantage point where with all the archers makes me feel like I'm doing my job correctly. If only like I had a strong enough spell to knock him out of the sky. But again, I do have the nuke, but I'm 1 HP. It would just kill me and it wouldn't activate, you know. So not an option. Just trying to shoot his heart out for real. As his curtain draws near, I just think to myself, where to next on this grand old adventure, you know? Because while I've been in this area in particular, I've gotten like 0 quests other than the magic archer quest that you guys saw me do. I've gotten 0 quests, so I genuinely think I've done something wrong. And I don't, like, again, I don't mind traveling in games like these, like open world games. I don't mind traveling, getting ahead of the storyline missions or whatever, but even when I do that, I expect to run into some sort of quest. And I'm not even talking about like side quests where like obviously there are a bunch of mobs of monsters and the people like give you 100 gold to kill them. Like even in some of like the side towns, you know, there was like, oh, help like trick this guy and giving him this counterfeit item and he'll give you money, you know what I'm saying? And then there's this other guy who's looking for the same item. You give him the real item, he'll give you the same amount of money, you know what I'm saying? Like there was, and it was like a good chunk of change too. It wasn't something trivial. So it's like where is that, you know? Where's the money generation? Am I just supposed to be selling the material that I find? Because if that's the case, that's never gonna happen. Unless it's like I have an excess amount, and there's no such thing as too much in this game. Alright, and so I've decided that we're going to go back to the Sand Kingdom, the land of jumpings, to see if I hadn't missed anything, because there are some ways to where I can sneak back into the land of sand. And it's weird because I can't access that door, right? So since I can't access that door, I think to myself, well, maybe there's a quest line that I've missed to where I can like talk to the king or something, do some favors for the king to where I can get full access, shit like that. And that also leads me to another set of ideas, right? If I go back to, oh look, I got some new spells too. That's why I skipped that part. It was supposed to be a surprise, but yeah, this is the fire arrow, right? And this fire arrow hits with a bang. But yeah, so I'm gonna go back to the Sand Kingdom, see if I can't find some quests to help me unlock some of the doors in there, because there are some locked doors in that kingdom, right? And you know, I'm just curious if those are like quest lines or what, you know, ways to progress, make money, generate money in this game. Because I genuinely want to upgrade my gear and upgrade the gear of my pawn, right? Missiles are stronger than ever now.
I seem to have taken a hit.
Wow, I missed. He was right in front of me too. What the heck?
You'll not get past me.
I will say that's probably like the hardest ability to hit now, because it's kind of slow on release, and it's not a heat-seeking move. So it really is just player skill. So, you know, I don't mind it, especially because it hits like a Mack truck. So, you know, I'm definitely keeping it.
Over so soon.
Something I do enjoy about the magic archery class is that the different arrows are elementally based, and again, I just enjoy that little tidbit.
We seem to have come through unscathed.
But again, like, I don't know, I feel like having like some sort of like bullet rain would be fire, and I guess I got it from the lady I got the vocation from, but it comes with a big ass caveat, and like there is a way for you to get health back in for this vocation, right? But you know, is it something worth going into? I am gonna try it. It seems interesting, right? But again, I want to see how much health I can get back, and you know, if I can mitigate some of the returns or the costs of the nuke, right? But yeah, we're gonna move on. And no cap, 5 seconds later, outside the cave, look what we find. More monsters, so it's time to practice some of my new tricks. Watch this. Boom! Like, dude. Crazy stuff. For some reason, I think of Marvin the Martian. Boom shakalaka. The way he says boom every time the explosion goes off. I don't know, that's one of my favorite like cartoon characters, is probably Marvin the Martian, right next to Daffy Duck. Classics.
Not bad. Think nothing of it. Splendid.
Speaking of classics, I know this is probably a real niche show, right? But have you guys seen or remember watching the Looney Tunes when they were babies? Like, the grandma had to watch them, and they were getting into all the crazy little hijinks. I think that shit was kind of funny and fire. I wonder if because there is a resurgence, they are bringing back a lot of old school shows, and I wonder if that one made the cut. I hope it did. Just like the old Tom and Jerry. I'd love to see Rockabye Baby again. That episode was fucking lit. Yeah, but now that I'm going back, I'm trying to be a little bit more discerning, because I know I left a couple of chests behind because, again, I didn't like the vocation I was using, so I didn't want to really explore too much and find more monsters to fight with a shitty vocation. It's just not as fun, you know? It's more annoying than anything. Inconvenient. One thing I do hope that they do in this game is they give us some way to make traveling faster. Again, I did bring up the ox cart thing and like creating supply routes and all that stuff, but if they don't do that, at least give us like some form of mount to where we can like travel just a little bit faster. Like, I get not the wake stones, the warp stones, I believe is what they're called, are supposed to help us fast travel, and that's kind of why you want to look for those things. But like at a point, like, you know, I'm not gonna. There's no way to buy them. Well, there is the blind dude, dragon dude that we found in the cave, but like again, like, what if I don't want to waste those resources, right? Can I just like do a quest, get a mount? This game looks like they like capture animals and monsters to ride as mounts anyway. So like, would it be too much to ask for them to make that a part of the actual game, or does that defeat the warp stone? And even if it like, even if it does defeat the warp stone, right? Doesn't mean that you're not gonna still use the warp stone, right? Because it's just it's like a fast travel, right? And sometimes fast travel is better than the mount if you're really feeling impatient and you're not wanting to traverse the world. Because again, I'm trying to think of how I'm supposed to get past border patrol when I get back to the
And here I was hoping
to the crossroads, to the regular area and this one. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, the way I got past it the last time was I used a warp stone. I keep smuggling myself over here, which is, it's funny to say, but like it's annoying in practice because I have to figure out a different way of getting back to like the regular area, you know. And there aren't any ox carts on this side of the map to where
Master,
it'll
if ever
open
your
up.
pack grows cumbersome,
Who's
know
this?
that I would be glad to purchase any of your unwanted.
Nah, bro, but they dripped out. The higher level I get, the more dripped out the pawns get, which makes me really eager to like get more gear for my pawn and in myself, you know. I want to drip up my pawn. I also figured out there's dye, right? So I'm wondering how to dye clothes to where me and my pawn can like match drip.
This is just the sort of place
Back
that
in the
exploring.
cave, guys.
Narrow
Back in the
passage
cave.
may await us. Be on your guard.
Or is it a cave or is it more like a tomb? You know, I wonder why we don't like make these kind of like intricate tunnel systems through mountains that people can like regularly travel through. Is it dangerous? Like, obviously it's dangerous. There's a level of danger in every aspect of life, right? But
It's heavy, but well worth its weight.
you know what? Like, why not? Like, okay, so here's a concept, right? Because there, back in the like olden days where people worried about fire and magic and shit, people did make like houses in caves, right? And there are some like Greek homes and stuff that were made out of the sides of mountains and stuff like that. Why don't we do that? Is it because of the like cost of labor would be too like expensive to where it would like defeat the purpose? I'm so curious about that. Why we don't like try making like houses out of different things. There was this one thing that I had seen where a guy was using basically the same method as spiders do to make their webs, to make like these kind of like house canopies out of trees. I thought that was pretty interesting. Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that, you know, innovation in homes may make it easier to have like sustainable life, or make life easier to sustain? And like, you think of if we go back to the cave house idea, right? You can imply like the ant method to where there are like built-in ventilation systems to where it cools and self-heats. You know what I mean? Like, there are just so many different ways that that was a big bang. There are so many different like ways, avenues that have been recorded of how people used to live in like dwellings that I feel like could be recycled now in a more modern inflection, if that makes any sense. But yeah, leveling up my vocation, you know, going through the caves feels good, you know. Feels good. Yeah, yeah.
This place is like a maze.
But
How it loops back on
trying to
itself.
keep all these monsters out my way, and the biggest thing I hate about fighting monsters is when I'm trying to climb shit, because as soon as I try to climb the stuff, They come up out of nowhere. They knock me off the when I'm trying to climb. I take fall damage, and it just doesn't feel. It does not feel good. Bro, how did that arrow go through him? That's all I want to know. All right, back to climbing. What is happening? Okay, thank God. The one thing that I do notice, if you guys haven't, Magic Archer and Archer,
Wherever I
they
see so much of the
climb.
gleam of
Archer
treasure,
climbs way better than the Magic
how
Archer, and I
to
don't
claim it.
understand why.
However far
Like
it
the
is,
Archer makes climbing look effortless, but the Magic Archer
yes.
is like stumbling,
That
and I'm
sounds
just kind of like,
familiar.
why is there a difference? Is the magic is like making me heavier or some shit? Makes no sense. Oh yeah, I got ice arrows now, but it's not like an arrow. It's more like I'm hitting them with an ice boulder, and it's kind of hilarious. I'm gonna try and fight a Cyclops and shoot it at its face and see if I can't make it get brain freeze.
I would so enjoy seeing this obstacle smashed to pieces. Ranged attacks are my speciality, Master. Shall I assist?
Hey, yo, watch this shit, watch this shit, watch this shit. What the heck? Where'd that lizard come from? And why he take so long to appear, bro? He waiting for my ass. What the hell? Ain't no way.
I shan't allow any
Bro,
further
but that
harm
one gets me. What the freak? It's only because that there was a big baby screaming, and I was like, where is he at though? Bam. I finally figured out why it takes so long to kill this Giganto. It's because whenever he has armor, no matter how much armor he has, it becomes harder to kill him. But he, like, in my opinion, it feels like he takes like 0 damage, right? I didn't realize how much it reduced the damage he received until I literally fought him in this instance. See, and this is why I hate fighting monsters while I'm trying to climb shit. I'm just falling. Shit's just, dude, like, it's weird. It's weird. Shit just doesn't work right when you're climbing shit. I'm over here thinking I escaped damage. No, he just fell back like effortlessly into my jump. I'm over here thinking I'm mega minding this shit, and he's like, nah, bro. Sit down and relax. No pun intended.
Not live to regret this.
Now he's running. Hey, get back here! You're not gonna sit on me and get away with it! Unless you a bad bitch. Oh, but he bad, alright. He a bad baby. Man, freaking out. I'm trying. And I got sat on again. This guy is gonna feel so good when he dies. I'm telling you. When this dude's dead, and I get to harvest his carcass, I'm gonna feel so great about it. I'm gonna make him into a little hat. I'm trying to help out my front line here because I need her to aggro the Cyclops so I can shoot him in the eye. Again, I want to give him brain freeze. Oh, but it looks like Hazel already shocked him. Now it's time for me to blow his mind. Wow. Chill out. Chill out. Please. I wonder if once I level up the fire arrow more, if I'll be able, that like little afterburn actually does burn damage over time. That'd be pretty cool. I'm also curious on what happens once I upgrade the ice arrow too. Does it become like a spear and like pierces? I don't know. Ice magic, the way it's depicted in like games and anime, it's always like it's generically cold, but once you get really good at it, it's like it pierces everything. It's like true piercing. But yeah, kind of lost because that battle was a little jarring. I'm not gonna lie. I fell a couple of times and I got hit in a couple of places, man. I'm just like, what's happening? And I get hit again, mate. Like,
Fall back, and I will hit you with my
one
magic.
thing I miss
Wait a
is a dodge mechanic, bro. I can't jump out the way fast enough. Especially being an archer, bro. You think they'd have a tuck and roll mechanic? Nah, nigga. Nah, nigga. You have to take that shit to the chin, boy. It's crazy, man. Oh, chill out. He froze for real, bro. It's time to put him on ice, dog. And then, boom goes the dynamite.
An exemplary performance. Just think what we could achieve if we honed our talents further.
I hear some
dislike the look of
stuff.
that. Watch out
Oh,
for
it's
an
goblins.
attack.
More and more goblins. What? Okay, so I don't know if I said it in my last video, but guys, please put down what type of locations you guys want to see in this game. Like, again, there could be like a Goblin Slayer tie-in location. There could be like, again, I said a hunter kind of location. There could be like a priest, kind of like a priest vocation where they can do like poison. That vocation could have like built-in poison damage. Maybe he turns into an animal
To
if
charge
it's like
ahead,
a
maybe to
spiritual
rush
doctor
headlong
type
into
shit.
danger.
You know what I'm saying?
Let us
African
take care
voodoo
to
type
move as
shit.
one.
Pray, speak up should you notice aught amiss.
I don't know. I just feel like you can literally throw so many things into this game. Imagine like it gets crafty and you get like I forgot what it's called, but like those people who can build golems, and you can just like summon golems in different like puppets, right?
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon.
Yeah, like I was having some fun, and then all of a sudden a slime monster comes up, and I'm like, listen, man, you're not like, I'm not gonna throw my pawn into a monster, right? That's kind of fucked up. So now I'm like, fuck. Now I gotta be on alert.
This is just
I like these new arrows because they're really good at AoE, and I feel like that just does dividends for me in team fights. I don't have to wait to charge my attack to hit everyone. I can just shoot one big bomb, you know?
Am I the only one getting popped about?
Where to next? Do I have to climb up? Nope. Looks like I'm taking the scenic route. Oh, there's another slime monster. I'm so glad that I have a fire on now because I can set them off by myself. I don't actually have to fight them anymore. See, this was kind of what I was talking about too, about those caves being like their own little like pocket like place, like its own little dimension inside of the world. Like this is by no means as interesting as that water level that I keep bringing up in Dark Rising, but it's equally as big, you know, and it has as much. It could potentially have as much in it. It's just that, you know, how hard is it to incorporate those same things into this engine without, like, I don't know, making your computer explode is something I wonder. If I could talk to the devs of this game, I'd have so many questions. Like, I'd literally just be picking their brain. Be like, have you guys thought of like cool ideas for DLCs? I've got a couple. Here's my notebook. All my DLC ideas. Yeah, I would just ask for like obviously a percentage of the cut. But do you guys think putting in more races in this game would make sense too? Like, don't get me wrong. I fuck with the beast people, right? But like, you can't even be an elf in this game, but there's elves in this game. You know what I'm saying? How come there aren't any dark elves in any of these like fantasy games anymore? You know what I mean? Like, what other races do you guys think they could put into this game? Obviously dwarves, right? They're like, the old dude that we helped to get this vocation was a dwarf, right? So how come we couldn't just be a dwarf or an arisen dwarf? I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't know if there are many people who would willingly be a dwarf, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, more options. I know I'd be a dark elf. Like, I wouldn't be human. Like, okay, so this might be controversial. I don't know. It depends on like who you ask, but I feel like being a human in video games like this is kind of like lame. It's kind of mid. Like, if they had different races, like a demon-esque race, or like, I don't want to see orc because I don't think I'd be an orc, but like, again, like elf, dark elf, like demon, like I'd be that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like, it's cool, you know. So I'm like, I don't know if angel or an angelic race is a thing that people put in games, or is a common thought to be put in games, but you know what I'm saying? Like, something equivalent, I'd play that too.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but
maybe they put like they still have the bestials, right? Or the beastmen, but they put different types of cats. So like, for instance, if they just put different types of cats, I know I'd be a sphinx cat, be hairless, bro. Fuck it, bro. I'd be a hairless sphinx warrior cat, or like a hairless sphinx magic archer, bro. I'd be chilling. I'd be being chilling.
Would not be unwelcome for an ally to appear for once.
So if you guys had to pick, be a bestial cat race, right? What would your name be? I'm stupid. I think I'd call myself Mr. Snuffles or some shit, like some actual cat ass name. Mr. Nip, short for catnip. I don't know, bro.
This fruit has quite the temper. A reckless opponent makes for easy prey.
Of course. You are in need of me. Allow me. Wait right there.
They could put like a giant race too, and the giant race doesn't even have to be big. They just gotta be like 7 foot tall, you know?
Witness my magic.
Kaboom. That, like, I'm telling you, I don't feel like it does anything unless I'm hitting them in the head with it. Trying not to get hit, but also trying to hit is a very challenging task.
Look out, Arisen. We're under attack.
I tell you, he mad as hell at me. He's like, will you stop throwing those huge blocks of ice at me? And I'm like, alright, hold this. I wonder if you can like stack burn. But that was a pow right in the kisser. But again, I felt like I hit that shot right and it did no damage. Oh, now you're really gonna feel the pain. Let's make sure he wakes up with a headache. Oh shit, I guess he's not gonna wake up ever again. Well, rest in peace, Giganto.
Is your pack slowing you down, Master? Frey, bear in mind that you can only carry so much by yourself.
You know, and don't get me wrong, I hate the idea of having to allocate the stuff I pick up to like the pawns. If you're gonna tell me, if you're gonna make the pawns be so aware to tell me, hey, don't carry all the weight up by yourself, can you just get these people to pick it up themselves? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you can. So in my mind, it's like, okay, you can say something about it, but you ain't gonna do it yourself. You gonna make me
That's my magic.
like put it in your backpack because you can't pick it up, type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, what the, like, I'm not, like, I can't deal with it. I'm gonna just keep picking up my shit, and they just don't have to say shit about it. You know? That's just how I feel. That's where I'm at.
You can count upon my aid.
It's like the same thing about how obviously you have to walk fucking everywhere, and this map is huge, so you walk a lot, right? I have no earthly clue why they have these pawns complain that we walk and run everywhere. It's like, bruh, I can't buy an ox cart. This is another thing. Chariots. Why not have chariots to where we could just pull out like a mount whenever we're traveling, and my whole crew can just be on this gigantic chariot while I'm going to XYZ place, and if it gets hit, you know what I'm saying, the chariot breaks and you gotta like spend money to repair it or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Just like, I don't know, I feel like, again, this game could go on forever, and one of those things is just to speed up travel. I mean, don't get me wrong, danger at every corner. This battle in and of itself is a good example of that, but damn, a little over. He like ducked my shot. It was kind of crazy. This battle's kind of an example of it, but like there are some times where I'm just walking around and I'm not running into jack shit, and it's just kind of like, can I like skip to where I make it to where I'm trying to be? God damn it. I like how I was trying to lock onto his head and it just didn't do shit. I'm loving it like McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. But fuck it. I love using those arrows. Just seeing them go around and do their thing for real make me feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing something when I'm not doing something, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, you can't tell me that ain't annoying. If that was you in a real battle, you'd be like, bro, all this shit. How am I supposed to hit this? It kind of reminds me of them Gundam battles when you have that one specific Gundam that has its own set of like mini turrets that it just shoots out, and he's shooting at you while they're shooting at you too. It's like what the fuck? Mad annoying, right? Look, I'm gonna blow his ass up for real. Yeah. He must have had something spicy, cause his ass was a fire. You could say I was setting his ass aflame for real. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
No harm in picking a few.
You could say he's feeling that in the morning. Look, I see some more victims. Proper use of the fire right here.
Keep gazing upward and you're like,
boom.
Another encounter? I ill like this. We're already hard pressed from our previous.
I thought they lived that too. Nope. Yeah, done. It's not even the upgraded version.
How's this? You keep your life.
Oh shit. See, I'm over here trying to get a good vantage point so I can do my job and snipe these motherfuckers. And then I fall. I fell down. Bam.
Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic.
See, look, I'm trying to shoot this guy behind me the entire time. It took forever to turn around. It's like, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell, y'all? What the Holly Berry?
Pray, send help.
That guy was just by me the entire time. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Crazy. Level 50 now. Insane. Insane work. Insane work. That just said I be doing something, man. I just don't know what I be doing, bro. I'm just farming mobs.
I hope you weren't expecting
Like,
mercy.
I don't know. Watching the missile chase him all the way down is just, it's cartoonishly funny in my mind. I don't know. I don't know why. I just hear the old cartoon scream when they're falling off the side. Yeah, and as the missiles chase him, it's like, what the heck? Bam. You gonna feel that one. And this one's gonna sting forever, ever, literally. I will say that this location does get a lot. It feels pretty broken at this point. Even though I feel like there's still a little bit ways to go. I think I'm location 6 now. But like just shooting a bunch of arrows at one person and they can't attack me. And if all 5 arrows that I shoot hit, is like 50%, 60%. It's kind of fucked up. It's kind of fucked up. I'll say it. Oh yeah, but yeah, you know. I remember when I first found the stronghold, and I was just kind of annoyed that there are a lot of like things here. And now that I'm here a second time, I still don't want to go diving in and figuring out what the hell all is here. Like, obviously there's a bunch of holes with people living in the holes, right? And it's like ants. And like maybe there's treasure, maybe there's not. I don't really want to find out. But I feel like personally, at this point, I'm not gonna find anything of value in a chest. If there's something of value, it's not gonna be in a chest anymore. It's either gonna be in a merchant store, or I'm gonna get it from a quest. That's just how I feel right now. I was so lucky to find this bow in the market.
Ugh, pray.
But
save your strength for our enemies arisen.
Yeah. We're back on
The
the
curative magics are
road
at your
again.
disposal. Wait a moment.
I know that's something, I just don't know what that something is. You know what I mean? My spidey senses were tingling. I'm like, it's quiet. Too quiet. Oh, damn. Well, she dead for real. She went out with a bang. Yep. Now we're just, you know, heading back to the kingdom, trying to make our way. Another reason why I like this location, it makes this fight here in particular a lot easier, even though, as you see, it kind of went, it pulled a ghost move, right, and like just left the whole realm and went into like the ephemeral plane. Like, what the like, what's the saying? How's the saying go? Plague me not, Spectre. Be gone and return from whence you came.
kindly. I did not mean to trouble you.
Hang in there. You'll pull through.
Bro, none of my pawns don't move because this freaking ghost is hiding in the walls. There's a ghost in my walls. Oh boy. Whippy! More spookums to brighten the night air for me, or brighten the night for me. Damn, you saw how it just like completely switched targets? That's kind of crazy.
Over so soon. Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? What do you guys think is the easiest vocation in this game? I haven't played all the vocations. The only vocations I haven't played were all the sorcerer ones. Obviously, because I have a sorcerer, why am I gonna play the sorcerer vocation? And the dual dagger one. I don't know what that vocation is called. Assassin? Question mark? I don't know. I feel like the scythe, if we do get a scythe vocation, it should just be called the Reaper. The light and dark magic. Be insane. Even though I have all these vocations, it looks like there's still more space in the vocation wheel. Like one more slot, literally. So it makes me feel like there might be still one more vocation.
Can I go, Master?
Out there. If there is,
Shall I
let me know,
assist?
guys. But don't tell me what it is. Like, say there's one left, or that you're missing one or something. I feel like that's the only real thing that's keeping me going in this game so far, because I haven't found any quests right, is vocations. Like, I just want to, again, I've just been playing all the vocations except for the ones that have I've either put on my pawn or I have no interest in. Damn, she walling out. Oh my god! There are rabbits everywhere. It reminds me of my neighborhood, for real. Boom. There's more cheats. More cheats. I can set certain monsters on. I can set off certain monsters now without even getting near them. Feels good. And then I whiffed this shot. I'm bad. I deserve that. How do I miss an easy shot on a stationary target? See, this time I didn't miss. Let's go.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment.
And then this guy's on fire somehow, and I'm like, how'd that happen? I think if I can't find if I found all the vocations and there's none left, I'm gonna max this vocation out, and I think I'm gonna just try and speed run the end of the game. I haven't found all the guild tokens. That's another thing that I feel like I enjoy looking for in this game. And I don't have all of them. I have like I think 11 or 12 now, and there are like more than 100. So that's why I think there should be more quests, because there's so many guild tokens to look for, right? But you know, again, I just haven't found those quests, so I'm just kind of curious on, you know, like how do I, like where the quests are, if there are any, right? I know I have some quests I haven't finished, right? But one of them is about finding a bunch of grimoires, specific grimoires. So it's like they're either gonna be in a place that is hard to access or I haven't accessed yet, right? So like I'm trying to keep my eyes peeled for that while also trying to find more quests for myself to keep myself occupied, because again, like,
It is in a
the
dreadful
world's
state.
great, don't get me wrong, I
Wrought
love
by
the world, but
hands of
for
brigands.
me right now, I
What
feel like
appeals
there's no
most?
substance, like there's nothing really
cannot be too
in the
careful.
world to really intrigue you. Like again, in Dark Rising there was a cult to deal with, there was a whole cult sideline thing that I had to go through, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there was a part 2 where I had an ally and I had to choose between saving her life or letting her die and shit. Like there was just there's a little bit more in my opinion, and here I'm trying to look for that more and I'm struggling. The only thing I'm finding is again the vocations, but like again I expect to find those vocations as I quest anyway, like quests, you know. They're supposed to be kind of riddled everywhere. But I wonder if they reduced the amount of like actual quests to give us like these like little side quests in these fields to, like, you know, subjugate monsters and all that stuff, which is cool, right? But I just hope like that isn't the case, you know? I don't know. I feel like big quests that take up like a lot of not even like a lot of time, really, just like a lot of interest, and like take you to like new areas and, you know, help like expand the mystery and intrigue of the world is integral to me anyway, right? I know that there's one mystery quest that I haven't found yet, and I know that because that was the only quest that I saw from this game, and that's how I knew I wanted to play this game. It's specifically a quest that I guess a deity of this game gives you. She's like hiding somewhere. I don't know where exactly, but I know she's hiding somewhere, and you know you have to solve a puzzle and follow her around to different locations to like complete the quest. But you know what I mean. I haven't even found where she would be at yet, so it leads me to believe that there's more places around here that I haven't found yet. And if you guys were paying attention to my map, right, I don't have everything unlocked by no stretch of the means, but
Thank you, sir.
there are some parts where it's just like
thought you might
harder
like this. I
to
mean,
access, right? Why was that guy naked?
But we'll have to drop
Did
it
they-
down from above.
Did the monsters eat his clothes and he was just fed, like what happened there? You know what I'm saying? I would expect like people when they are venturing out this far, they'd be at least some level of warriors, and they just get jumped. You know what I'm saying? I can believe that, but just a random civvy just
An
out here
abandoned campsite.
doing
just
what?
waiting
Picking
to be
flowers
claimed.
is like insane to me.
Sight.
I could
I'm
see
exhausted,
more
I
of
must
this
say.
area, like little kids getting lost, and then you having to save the little kid,
I have a knack for
like in
combining
the
materials that I
woods,
hope you'll
and how I
find
helped that
useful.
dude find his brother.
I'll
But
cry.
here it's just
Am I
like
the first to
beast-
notice we've all
beast-
got different
beastkin?
vocations? That is
Beastkin
most fortuitous.
getting lost or
I see
getting
it
into
as a glad
trouble,
thing.
which is fine,
They're
right?
well
But
poised to
until I
supplement
enter
each
the
other's
city, and then
strengths.
all of a sudden they're trying to cause beef because I got pawns on me, and I'm like, man, why did I help you guys out? Like y'all harass me and my posse, and then you expect me to save your life? Like, what?
This wasn't supposed to happen. You'll have to manage on your own. I've got my hands full.
Bro, how many monsters are here right now? Like 20? They died kind of fast though, I'm not gonna lie.
Grateful to you, Arisen.
That was easy, like 1, 2, 3. I'm not gonna cap. This vocation is pretty awesome. Definitely holding it down.
Witness my magics.
Why are you running?
Stay right there. I'll be with you in a trice.
Why are you running?
Well done, Master.
Just like that, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And now we're on the road again.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
I'm just dreading getting back to the border and trying to figure out a way how to smuggle myself over there again. My brain is like racking over like multiple different options. Now that I think about it, I think the only thing I can do is go back to the dragon guy in the cave, right? And use the points I don't want to use to buy a warp stone, warp myself over there, and see if I can't find the actual quest that's supposed to allow me legal access across the border. I think I know where to get it to. It's just like, I don't know, man. See, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, there are certain NPCs. Like, there's one specific NPC I'm thinking about where you just go to him and he has like an assload of quests for you, right? As soon as I saw him, I was like, okay, this is like the guy that I'm gonna probably deal with the most, right? In that one particular area. But I thought there was gonna be like a him for every area, you know what I'm saying? Like the main quest guy for every castle, kingdom, wherever you go, right? And the fact that
Hope you weren't expecting mercy.
that's not the case, and it's kind of like I have to stumble onto events, is kind of like, I wouldn't say it's lame. It is spontaneous, and I'm a kind of a spontaneous person, so I don't hate that aspect, but it's just like, again, if I have to rely on being in a certain place at a certain time at the right moment, it's more likely that I'm just gonna miss it. Because if my path is gonna lead me left then right, when I should have been right then left, then it's like, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna miss some shit, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I say, if it was clearly indicated on the map, hey, go here for quest, like, then, you know what I'm saying, more people, like, I do that, you know, because it's there to let me know, hey, there's a quest here. When you're ready for a quest, go here, you know. I don't know. What do you guys think about the way we receive quests in this game? If you played it, let me know. Hey, if I'm just like, you know, on that yak gas, you know what I'm saying, talking nonsense, hey, let me know, man. Like,
Will this march never
look,
end?
look what I found, another token.
You're not the only one. I'm on my last legs.
Bro. The fact that they complain that we gotta walk everywhere is insane. It's almost like the devs are fucking with you when they start complaining, because it's like, again, guys, there's a lot of walking in this game. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but for me, sometimes it's fucking annoying. It can be really fucking annoying, and for them to complain about it, and in my mind, I'm trying not to complain about it. It's just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? If I can't say it, no one can say it. Does that make sense? But hey, we are back in the Sand Kingdom, the land of jumping. We got jumped aggressively at the door, but we managed to annihilate the opposition. It was an annihilation, wouldn't you guys agree? Now I gotta keep all my pawns near me before someone gets racial.
Allow me. Wait right there.
Okay, so I took a quick rest at my house that I bought, and now I'm checking out this fire temple that I was telling you guys about for two reasons. One, to see if I left any items here. The second reason is to see if there are any quests, because again, if I can get a quest and join this like little cult and get like cool clothes, freaking interesting cult gear that does, I don't know, like 50% more fire damage, something, I don't know, it would all be worth it. But again, I think it's just, I am just doing a lot of wishful thinking and a whole lot of yapping, you know. Ain't nothing in here, but I'm still gonna be looking around anyway. I do like this like little this like area, this temple, right? It does look nice. That's why I don't mind joining the group. It's just at the same time, you know, do I get anything cool out of it? Is it even an option? You know what I'm saying? Like, you join a group like this, and then all of a sudden you fight like crazy monsters you don't see to appease the god of worship of this area or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could send you on some crazy missions, give you missions even. You know what I'm saying? And it just again grows the game, adds more to the mythos, all this shit. But again, a whole lot of wishful
Sir,
thinking, ain't it?
Are you the Arisen? Aye. Then you must have been to the Argamon ruins.
What are you
I heard
talking
a
about?
rumor that a Medusa was seen there. Is it true?
Medusa?
Because if so, know you the legend of the hero Danaus? Well, one version, the legend is inscribed here. You must take it and read it for yourself, sir, seeing as you've witnessed a genuine...
So, I haven't fought a Medusa, so I don't know what the fuck this nigga talking about. So, I need to check that out. Who the fuck are you, and why'd you just push me like that? Hey, yo, man, why is it so hard for me to get up all of a sudden? Man, he gave me a whole ass concussion with that shield, bro. What the fuck? Don't tell me, man. Ah, here you go, man. Man. Black man walking in a library, bro, and he gets fucking whacked from the back, bro. That's crazy shit. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is the first time I've ever actually been captured by a kingdom. And low-key, I want to set the kingdom on fire now. Like, how dare you trap me here for no reason? I was just trying to read your guys' stories, bro. He was talking about a Medusa. What adventurer doesn't want to kill a Medusa and wear her head and use it as a lantern? Like, come on. I thought you would understand. Like, it's just adventurer code, bro. I gotta kill a Medusa at least once in my adventure, bro. And I'm trying to figure out where the Medusa's at. You know what I'm saying? Found my key, and I'm gonna just peace out. These guys aren't even doing their job for real. I'm thinking to myself, I gotta find where they stashed my clothes. They took my dragon bow from me. That cost a house and a half. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know for sure they better not have sold the shit, because, you know, I remember who did it. He might have hit me from the back, but I remember who did it. The fuck? I'm like, man, I can't even find my gear, bro. And then all of a sudden this happens. I'm like, oh, thank God. Imagine when you get arrested, you lose all your shit. And you gotta either find where they put it, or it's just lost forever. I'd be fucking mad. I'd be like, there is no way I can recover from this. Okay, damn, I get it. I got all my shit back. You ain't got to show me all of it. I get it. I have a lot of stuff on me. I get it. And it's not gonna stop. Yeah, at this point I'm just ready to kill. So they arrested me once. I think they're gonna want to do it again. So everybody I see, I'm just like, you know, air blows up. You feel me?
This can't be happening.
Now it's just trying to find that room that I got arrested in and read that book, see if it gives me some like weird quest. Okay, so like, have y'all ever experienced like those games where all you have to do is read something and it'll tell you about a location on your map, and then like you obviously adventure to go to that location? I would assume, right, this game is similar to that, but this interaction that I just got will definitely verify if that is true or not, right? If I can find the room, because right now all the rooms look the same. Yeah, I know it ain't in here, but you know what I'm saying? This room had a door in it, so I thought it would be special. I clicked that book and I ain't get nothing from it. I'm kind of mad.
What business have you here?
Listen, lady, leave me alone. I'm not going back in your dungeon. It's not happening. Shit, ain't nothing in here either. Ain't nothing going on in these rooms, bro. Ain't nothing interesting going on in these rooms. Ain't nothing cool going on in these rooms, bro. We in a shrine where the entrance has a bunch of green fire in the front. You think you see somebody getting possessed in this motherfucker? These motherfuckers summoning a demon in the back rooms and shit. Nah, man. It's mad chill in this bitch. I'm over here like, man, you guys are let down as hell. Like, this is the weakest cult I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't even got no demons trapped in a basement or nothing. They ain't even try to conjure up shit. Nah, man. Like, they ain't even doing no experiments or nothing, Jesus. I'm like, man, this is so boring. There's no Mayuri Kurotsuchi in this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? No Frankenstein's monster. Ain't nothing in here. Y'all just sit here and twiddle your thumbs looking at fire, huh? Fucking weirdos. Again, I'm just trying to look for that room and then I'm out of here. No cap. They worship dragons or they fear dragons. I don't know what the hell's going on in here. And I ain't got nothing from that. I got some weird parchment paper. I think those are spells, but it means nothing to me because it's not the spell that little girl needs. So I'm just kind of like, I'm kind of mad. I got hit in the back of the head for what? Goddamn nothing. I got thrown in the hoosecow for what? Fucking nothing. I'm over here thinking to myself, what is my pawn doing here when she's not allowed in here? I'm thinking I'm gonna just drag her back up here with me before she gets arrested. She's just going deep, further into the boring tomb. And I'm just kind of like, oh, I'm gonna just let her figure out disappointment by herself. But I will say that this kingdom here is probably my favorite. The Batla, I think is what it's called. The Batla Kingdom is probably the coolest. Oh, I just enjoy the aesthetic, like just how everything's like so grandiose, but ain't shit going on here. It's like these are a bunch of boring rich people. They don't do shit. They just spend their money on architecture. They're like, bro, you see the color of these rocks? There are 3 million rubles. Like the fuck? I was like, I just made my new house out of the side of this mountain. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it looked good. You know what I'm saying? It looked mad good, swanky. In fact, you know what I'm saying? I'd be happy in it, but then it's like at the same time, you know what I'm saying? That's all they do. You know what I'm saying? They're like 75% of our country's income goes into making houses out of mountains. And I'm just like, all right. Damn, I'd love to be a fly on the wall. What the fuck go on in this room? You know, a lot of fagiggity stuff go on in here.
I'm not trained for this.
Again, I'm just trying to figure out what I gotta do to join the cult, bro. I know they be sending them on some weird ass missions, bro. All of a sudden, I'm fighting some sort of sun god for fire powers and shit. Gotta fight some the Human Torch's like evil twin cousin. It's kind of like, all right, bro, I'm down.
Greetings, Master. Is this where you've been all this while?
No, this
Our
isn't
party
where I've been.
is
They try to lock
being
me up, man.
united. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
If a dragon attacked this place, I'm leaving. I ain't even trying to help. I'm protecting my house and that's it.
And regards
So
to his
yeah, I
family.
went to go check out.
She's a
I
far
went
cry
into
from
many
Vermont.
doors,
cannot
Ed
count the
boy,
number of
and
barbs
found
I've heard
absolutely
uttered about
nothing in
between
those
range
doors,
points.
Ed boy. So now I'm just trying to get a level up in my
Right,
vocation.
What's your
And
problem? Walking about with pawns in tow? I mislike that.
what is this guy on about?
You from Vermont? Bet you're
said
as prejudiced
vermin?
as the rest of your lot.
Vermin
Well,
sounds like vermin.
Got something you
So
want to
I feel
say,
like
eh?
he's dissing me.
Save it. You're not welcome here. Suppose you didn't know, but we
Racism.
don't allow for mundane
Racism
scum in
strikes
this,
again.
But I've got a heart of gold, me. I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself. All
Bro.
you've got to do is prove your mettle against these sods alone. That is.
Dude, okay, so he basically challenging me to fight his goons,
If
right?
you're bested,
I'm
then we'll
thinking,
take
okay,
you
I'm
on
gonna
the
fight
trot.
one
It's
goon
only fair, ain't
at
it?
a time. Nah, bro, I gotta fight 3 people
Put your
as
back
one
into
archer.
it.
My attacks are slow as dog shit. So I'm thinking to myself, bro, how am I supposed to kill these? How am I supposed to do this? First, I'm gonna try and create space. Trying to create space. I get one move, and look,
Well,
I
I
told
must
you guys
say,
it wasn't
these
aiming
odds
for
of
shit,
Who are
right?
you supposed to be?
Oh my
Nay,
god.
I'm a sellsword. Tis not my conscience that calls.
If
Is
that
there
would have hit,
even
I would
one
have killed all
above
3 of them
the
in one
fact
shot.
That I,
And then
Ragnall.
I would have
Well,
shot a fire
it's
at
clear,
this,
but I
at this
trust you'll
motherfucker
have
right
no
here.
Boy, bring it out. Where's that reprobate gotten off to?
Oh look,
We'll see if you can escape me as...
now it's this guy. It's this guy's turn. At first, it's a little bit challenging because I gotta establish some like distance so I can, you know, charge my move. Yeah, and then he just did that, so I just start, you know, deciding to mollywop him with since he decided to make a bad choice. But yeah, you know, guys, disadvantages to the archery class: do not challenge swordsmen in one-on-one combat. Why? Because that's not what your vocation is good at. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be in the back line doing massive damage, not in the front line 1v1ing people. But hey, this guy's getting kind of shot down, you know, walked down, you know. And what can I say except
Do we truly mean to continue this battle?
you're fucking dead, and you're welcome. You know?
I don't believe it. You're a bloody menace, you are.
Yeah, you're lucky I don't
Come on,
shoot a
you
fire
lot.
arrow at
We're
you.
leaving.
Now,
fine
if
words
this
that
was Fable,
Pray,
I would kill
say
all
me
of them,
thanks.
and I
really
would
mean
walk
it.
the path of the dark side
After all,
forevermore.
Judging by the skill with which you won that duel just now,
Bro,
I
why are you
dare
scratching
say
your
you'd
shoulder
have
like
bested
that?
those louts
You
even
itchy,
if
bro?
I hadn't
If you
intervened.
itchy,
I
we can
suppose
fight
that
right now,
coward
too. I don't
Michael
care.
was no match for you.
You
in
didn't need to
fair.
cut in,
At
bro.
any rate, 'tis safe
All
to
I'm
say
saying is
you've
if
piqued
I
my
was aiming
interest.
the right
I hope
direction,
our
they would have
paths
died
cross
anyway, man.
again. Of course, I can't promise I'll be as amicable then. As a sellsword, 'tis my policy to
Bro,
let my
if
employer
we
decide
fight,
friend from foe.
I'm gonna kill
I'm
you,
sure
and I'm
you
taking
until
all your
next time.
clothes. I'm gonna
Sir
sell them too.
Ragnall is no ordinary man. That much is certain.
Well, that was fun.
I'm not sure what to tell you.
A little bar skedaddle for like no reason, just because I have a bunch of lovely women helping me in my adventure. Seems kind of fucked up. Alright. So this is like my last. This is like my farewell, because at this point I'm
Master,
gonna be
my
leaving
heart
this
knows no
kingdom
greater
for a
peace
good
than when I'm
while.
by your side.
Because again, I'm gonna be hunting for quests, so I don't expect to be back here until again I find some quest that brings me to this area, or at least until I find some quests in general, or until I finish the quests that I have. You know, it's one of the 3. So, you know, this is where I found the dye, so I'm getting my 3 favorite colors. Why? Because, you know, if I mix them and make a cool ass outfit, me and my pawn are going to be rocking that color, right?
If I lose
So,
my next shipment to bandits, I'm done for. Always a pleasure.
you know, I didn't even know that. I
do
didn't even know this
so
lady was
enjoy
here.
stocking up on supplies.
But yeah,
This ladder can
Just
take us to new
going for a
heights.
stroll, man. Going for a stroll.
You arisen?
Trying to figure out, you know, again, since I didn't really explore this place too much. I'm trying to just look at every nook and cranny, or like, yeah, like basically every nook and cranny, just because when I come back here again, I want to just strictly talk to the people and try to find like how to, again, open some of the doors, because not every door that I see I can access, and not every entrance I can use, right? So I want to see if I can't fix that, and obviously I have to see if I messed up at the beginning stages, and that's why it's messing up for me now, right? So yeah. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm not too enthused about the walk back to the border. It's a long walk, man. It's a long walk, and all that it's gonna be is a lot of monsters trying to jump me and poison. It's just a lot, okay? It's time consuming. It might just be the beginning of the next video, who knows? Just gonna get us across this I don't know what you'd call this. What's it? It's not a crater, and it's not a chasm. What's it called? It's not a rift. I feel like it's like a canyon. There you go, a canyon. Just trying to get us across this canyon without,
Every master I've ever served has favored
getting hit
tactics.
too much.
One party I joined consisted only of ranged specialists.
Literally seeing monsters right in front of us, I'm just like, I hope they just like pay me no mind as I'm rowing this boat. And they pay me mind. So now and they fall in like one shot too. It's just kind of like, man, why did you guys come at me again if you were just gonna flop like fish? They trying to splash like Magikarp for real, bro. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Bro, right when I try to do my stuff, you gotta butt in and fuck it all up. What the hell, man? This is why I appreciate this this pawn in particular. She has the one spell that cleanses ailments, and it just comes in handy so much. She's a legitimate support, like through and through, but you know, I don't know. I don't personally think I create support pawns, but you know, seeing one in action makes me realize how valuable they are. And she took the wheel too. Like crazy, man. Bow.
A nasty blow,
that one was a power right in the kisser kind of moment if I've ever seen one.
I shan't allow any further
The thing that sucks is that how are these magic arrows not smart enough to like, or strong enough to like break wood? That's like my only gripe. Huh? Like, I'm just trying to shoot this target, and it's just like, maybe if I had aimed up, it would like avoid the obstacle, but you know, I ain't got time for all that. Because we in the thick of it. We landed in the thick of it, unfortunately. Damn, what the hell going on over there? Dang, man. I think I am gonna make the continuation the start of the next video. So yeah, guys, I am gonna wind it down here. You know, this was a pretty fun journey. We didn't die this time, so it's definitely a plus plus. You know, if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next adventure.